All Things Motoring International is owned and brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, CHANGECARS. Our name says it all. Whether you're looking to sell, need advice, need finance, or need insurance, CHANGECARS has you covered. In this week's episode of All Things Motoring International, we're back with part 2 of Festival of Motoring as we start the countdown towards our 100th episode later this year. This is a show where speed and inspiration continues.
This is Lamborghini's V12 Revuelto. I think that's how you say it. It is the successor to the incredible Aventador, and it comes standard with admiring eyes. For around 12.8 million rand, you get about 750 kilowatts, that stonking 6.5-litre V12 engine, and just look at the size of those wheels and those brakes.
When it comes to vehicle safety, ABS brakes, airbags, seat belts, side impact protection beams, they come to mind. But safety on a car today is a little bit more. You can get bulletproof protection. Stanley, you represent a company called M5 Armor, an incredible company specializing just in that. Tell us about it.
Basically, what we do at our company, we bulletproof cars for the fleet and for the clients.
For the good guys or for the bad guys or both sometimes?
It all depends how much you can afford.
Of course.
So what we have here, we have an Amarok, which is a B6 level bulletproof car.
So when we talk about an Amarok, this is a car that you see all day, every day. A car costing around 1.2 million rand, a double cab similar to a Ford Ranger. So this is a normal car where somebody's come to you and said, I want my Amarok bulletproofed.
Yes. So basically, what we have here, the car, it cost about 1.8 million. We have done the fenders, your roof, your back section, and the firewall, and also upgraded the suspension to accommodate the weight that we have added to the car.
So that's what I wanted to ask you. I've always thought, bulletproof of this level, what kind of weight is it adding? 600, 800 kilos?
600 kilos.
600 kilos, and that's a lot. So that's like taking 5 adults in a car, plus you're still going to take an additional 5 adults in the car. So now in terms of levels, the terms that I know, you don't get B1, you don't get B2, B3, do you?
No.
You get B4,
B4
and B6?
B6.
Do your homework before you interview Stanley. Tell us about B4.
So the B4 that we are doing at the company is for smash and grab and for the handguns. Your 9mm, your 357, and your Magnum.
Now, you go one level up from B4, B6. What is the big difference? You can drive through Angola and go over a limpet mine?
The difference, number one, is the thickness of the glass and the steel. At the B6, you're looking about 6mm thickness of the steel. And your glass is 37. So there's a difference. Here, from handgun to your assault rifle, your R1 AK-47, this baby can stop it.
But this is an exceptional product. If I say to you, your typical clientele, I imagine you'd have the family man, you'd have the high-profile businessman.
We are accommodating everyone.
You look at the request. So looking around me, what is very clear, double cabs, obviously that's a common vehicle in South Africa. I then see a 5 Series BMW, a 7 Series BMW, a beautiful G-Wagon. Is there any car that I own that you won't do?
According to the standards that we work within the company, We're only building for the company.
Right.
Once the product is finished, it's been transferred to the dealership.
Nice.
Yes. But
So Stan, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. I think you've got an exceptional product. I just hope I never need to B6 my car, because if I do, it means I'm doing something wrong to the fans. May you and all go from strength to strength. All the very best, brother.
you too, man. Take care.
Coming up after the break, Mike speaks to the head of BYD and goes for a hot lap around Kailami. Are you looking to sell? Visit Change Cars and click on the Selling tab.
Nothing makes me prouder than to see how well the motoring scene is doing in South Africa. There's not a month that goes by that a new product is not launched. And talking about new products, there's one incredible product that has come into South Africa. You've got an incredible smile on your face with good reason, looking at these beautiful cars. Tell us about BYD.
So thank you for the viewers. Well, BYD is essentially a Chinese company, founded about 30 years ago. We have a 30-year founder celebration in November at our headquarters. For BYD, we are now a global company. We own our passenger vehicle only entered the market last year, July. And then we have introduced so far 2 models in the country. Very soon we are going to introduce our BYD CO, the performance sedan, where we are demonstrating in the Festival Motor Show. The BYD CO performance model can do 0 to 100 under 3.8 seconds.
Which is incredible.
Yeah, it's twin motor, and then the 390 kilowatt power, 670 Newton meter power. So it's a performance vehicle. We want to give the consumers in this country have the best of the both worlds. You can drive the car at a very comfortable suspension, our diesel suspension, E3.0 platform with the optimal efficiency on the battery life. I mean, for that vehicle, that size, that weight, that power, you can still get 520 kilometers per single charge.
That's superb range.
We are trying to give the South Africans the opportunity to experience what other people are experiencing globally.
Now, the car itself. A car is the way it looks, the way it goes, but in particular for me is the way it looks. I look at the BYD and again, the smile just gets bigger. This is one good-looking car. Who is the styling house for these cars?
A few years ago, we have got hold of the chief designers at Audi, and then we start looking at the appearance of the vehicle, more stylish. We have chief engineers that's designing the chassis from Mercedes-Benz, and then so we are definitely bringing this car more in line with the global with the traditional global OEMs.
BYD, the brand in South Africa, this is fully backed by the parent company in China?
Yes, fully supported by our parent company. We have a parts warehouse at the airport. We have a full team that's supporting in South Africa. We keep our dealer network pretty small at the moment so that we can slowly grow this whole business and develop the market more organically. That's our way going forward.
You know, we always say quantity over quality doesn't work. Quality over quantity is a recipe for success.
Precisely.
If there's one brand in South Africa with 3 letters that stands out, it's BMW. We all hear the jokes, be my wife. BYD stands for Build Your Dreams. As South Africans, we welcome you to the country and we hope that you have built a lot of dreams for everybody.
Thanks, man. Thank you very much. Thank you.
About to do our first hot lap of the day and talking about making it count. We're in a BYD Seal 3.8. Now, anybody who knows cars and engines, the 3.8 stands for 3.8 litre normally. When it comes to electric, the 3.8 stands for?
0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds.
0 to 100 in a blitzvinnig 3.8 seconds. We in the BYD Seal. Tell us about this car. You've been taking it around the track. Oh, I would. Or show us about this car. Now, this vehicle that we're looking at, when is it expected to come into South Africa?
The official launch date is around October, but we want to show it off here at Festival this weekend. And we're taking people around the track.
Beautiful. So now we're very privileged to be going around the track. Let me describe the experience for anybody that's watching at home. The handling is superb. The fact that you're an exceptional race car driver doesn't do it any harm. But this car feels absolutely sure-footed on a track where it's clearly not designed to be. How does it feel on the track?
It goes beautifully. I'm really enjoying it. And when I need the torque is there. When I need to accelerate, it's there.
Now, 1.2, if you're comparing it to the Audi e-tron or the BMWs or the Mercedes, that is exceptionally priced.
Exceptional.
Oh, this is exceptional. This is, for me, a car that looks similar to the Taycan. It is a 7 Series, a 5 Series, an E-Class type competitor. It's purely a luxury car. 1.2 million rand for a full electric is not a lot.
Not at all, not at all. And yeah, I can't imagine Mom driving the kids around at this kind of pace and speed, but she can if she wants to, if she's really late.
Have you not heard of Supermom?
I have actually.
Now tell me, in terms of the car itself, I see all the cars, the petrol cars, cooling down their brakes. Is it the same thing with an electric car? Do you cool down the brakes?
I do cool down the brakes. The only disadvantage to the electric car is that when the batteries get very, very hot, it does degrade the power a little bit. But I can still keep up with the other cars, but I can feel the difference in terms of the torque. It doesn't give you that pushback.
I hear you.
But it's still fun.
Festival of Motoring, all about exhibitors, all about the incredible Grand Prix circuit, but most importantly, it's about the fans of Festival of Motoring. Today, we're walking around, we run into Jaco and Armand. Gentlemen, you come here today, special day ahead. What does it mean for you to be at Festival?
No, it's amazing. I went to the Festival of Motoring last year and I was so excited to come back this year and see all the great exhibits and meet the important people like Mike here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Armand, you're clearly a car man. Your favorite car?
Oh, gotta say Porsche 911 GT3 is my favorite. The
Can't
shape,
go wrong.
So for fans of the show, you know just how much we love the incredible Porsche brand. The Kyalami Grand Prix circuit is owned by Porsche. They've got a couple going around. You going to get in one?
Yes, I have to go with the GT4.
Yeah?
GT4, it's can't beat it. And I saw the 911 Turbo, the brand new one. Also has great lights. I love
So you know what they say, if you can't beat it, you got to join them.
Yeah.
Get in the car. Been lovely speaking to you.
Cheers,
Wishing you the very best. Armand, wishing you the best and lovely to see you
Thank
guys.
you, it was a great meeting.
South Africans are all about all things SUV these days, and Jaco has now added even more cars to their lineup. Check out this incredible Jaco J6 behind me, a showstopper here at the Festival of Motoring. Are you currently in an SUV? Are you thinking about getting in an SUV? And are you thinking about checking out some of Jaco's impressive offerings?
Coming up after the break, our final part in the two-part series brings the team to the end of their Festival of Motoring experience. Did you know? The Kyalami Grand Prix circuit was constructed in 1961 and soon established itself as the premier motorsport facility in South Africa. The 9-hour endurance race held in November of each year attracted many famous race teams to the southern tip of Africa. In 1967, Kyalami became part of the Formula One World Championship, firmly placing it on the international motorsport calendar. 18 rounds of the F1 World Championship were hosted at the circuit between 1967 and 1985, with the annual 9-hour and 1,000-kilometer endurance races continuing from the circuit's inception until 1988. Many drivers enjoyed victories at Kyalami, including Jackie Stewart, Jack Brabham, Mario Andretti, Carlos Reutemann, among many notable others. Niki Lauda won for Ferrari in 1976, 77, and then again in 1984. Mike's hero, Nelson Piquet, visited Kyalami many times, scoring a podium in 1983 and a pole position in 1984. But for Mike, it was 1991, which was the most memorable visit, where Michael Pashut met Nelson Piquet at a Pirelli test day with Benetton. Looking for finance and insurance? Visit Change Cars and click on the Financial Products tab.
Auto racing began the moment the second car was built. That was just on the screen there. We've got Stefan and Johnny over here joining me as we just look at these sim racing cars going around. Sim racing has become quite the revolution in the last couple of years, and thanks to lockdown, it has jumped forward in leaps and bounds. I myself have a sim racing rig at home and use it for practice for the real world racing. It's the next go-karting in some ways, or also an aid to someone that starts go-karting. Definitely, if you're thinking about getting into motorsport, consider getting into sim racing. I'm standing with Jared, the founder of Detail Is.
How's it going, guys?
Good, thanks. Awesome. Good. Jared,
yeah.
Why does my cameraman like your product so much?
That's great to hear. We're here at the Festival of Motoring, just showcasing some of our products. We started about 4.5 years ago. We're a proudly South African brand. We import a lot of raw materials and we manufacture everything here in-house.
Insane. And why is it important to detail your car? Can't I just wash it with sunlight liquid? And, you know?
I get that quite often.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Clear coats and looking after a vehicle is very important. You want to keep your resale value, number one. You want the car to look good. Also, cleaning the car, you know, by applying the right products, it makes it easier. The car stays cleaner for longer. It doesn't get scratched up. So that's what we do. We provide a range of products to care for and look after your investment.
So when it comes to your facility, I understand that you guys are scaling up. This is about to go even bigger.
Sure, we are. So we've got a fitment center here in Paulshof, Sandton, where we fit PPF, paint protection film. We do the paint corrections on the cars. We do ceramic coatings, etc. And we're now getting a new facility just over Modderfontein, where we would be able to do about 15 cars at any given time. So we're looking at scaling it up. We're looking at bringing overseas ideas here to South Africa and building a state-of-the-art workshop.
Wow. Well, I got to say, Jared, that even in Cape Town, I know you guys are based in Joburg, the name Detail Is starting to permeate all over the scene in a very positive way. So we look forward to seeing what you guys do over the coming months. Nice
and thank you guys as well. Thank you guys for looking after, you know, us South Africans and being at the show and providing things like this. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
Awesome.
The end of another day, it's a lot more than that. It's the end of another amazing weekend. Often we say all things motoring, our name says it all. The Festival of Motoring, it truly showed us all.
It really does. And the thing about all things motoring is that we can really exercise the brand here and do all things. As you saw, we saw all things robotic. We see all things SUV, all things electric, all things sports car. The list goes on.
Please
and on.
don't let me stop you. Carry on and on and on. One of the biggest challenges that we have at the end of a weekend like this, how do you sum it up, Ernest?
Yeah, you want to walk away having known that you'd been able to cover lots and lots of ground and see lots and lots of things. It needs to be arranged in such a way that it's ergonomic for those thousands of footsteps that you're inevitably going to do. And that's exactly what this offered. The way they set this up, it improves every year. It's welcoming, and that's what Kyalami is too. It's a very welcoming location thanks to the brainchild of Toby Fenter.
You had to mention footsteps, 54,000 over the course of the weekend, and I'm talking about myself. And the others did a little bit less. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hope you enjoyed. Until 2025.
We'll see you then.
Here's the screen top tip of the week. Pamper the tires. Rotate your tires regularly so they wear evenly. Before you buy a second-hand car, screen it. It's what smart people do. Coming up next week on All Things Motoring International, Mike attends the Alfa Romeo Concourse at Modderfontein Bird and Sculpture Park for a day of elegance, history, and style. And Ernest is back with another retro review. This is a show filled with beautiful mechanical creations.
Why is it important to detail your car? Can't I just wash it with Sunlight Liquid?
The end of another day, it's more than that. It's the end of an amazing weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
I know you. I just thought you looked. I thought you were looking
That's
weird.
fine.
No, I thought you were looking. Okay, sorry. Okay. You make me nervous, but you really do.
You are so excited to get that brand new vehicle, but you're looking for a specific model and specific color. Only to be told, sorry, there are none available. Change Cars, SA's most trusted online platform, will find exactly what you need, from A to V and everything in between. Change Cars, because that's what you want to do, and it's who we are. All Things Motoring International was brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, Change Cars. Our name says it all. There is no safer online vehicle platform. That's not an opinion, that's a fact.